There's a relapse. Relapse is full blown gone back. A lapse is that you've thought about it, it happened.
No, not a good idea.
Yeah, that's it. That's a lapse, and that starts from up here.
Wow. Mind over matter.
Yeah, most definitely. Mind over matter. You've said it in one nutshell pretty much. It's all in the mind. Power of the mind. Power of the soul.
Do you feel like there's this is so touchy but important. From where I'm from, we can see divisions in governments, in media, in people that allow a substance that is illegal to become a thing because it's gonna you know where I'm going.
That's a touchy one, Ralph. It's a touchy one.
But again, but because it's part of your community, you know, it's the vulnerable people, mate. And if we don't talk about that stuff,
I know.
We're not gonna so
like you're trying to get out of me. Like, have you ever seen a priest sell meth?
I was not even going...
Is that what you're looking for?
No, I was not even going for...
No,
I was
not going that way.
No. I was thinking like, is it because there are the perspective of the user and the perspective of the person who is selling, but a lot of the times the ones selling, they are also struggling. You know, like they're also...
most definitely. Yeah,
so
of course.
when you start to unpack the big game, I always ask myself, I'm like, how far down the line does this go to keep these people under this shit? Who are the big ones who are allowing this shit to be in the street?
The cartels I've ridden.
I fucking know what you mean, mate. I exactly know what you mean.
Because now you're doing the other work. Now you're on the other side trying to help people. And if you don't discuss that, you always, you're throwing more fire to the fire.
But you probably also notice in other countries when you do discuss about that, you normally keep
shut down. If you don't disappear.
If you don't. So for me, I love to talk about that shit. Like I don't like. Yeah, there's no subject that I won't talk about. Like, no positive subject, I should say. You know, this is all positive stuff. So there's there are some stuff that I do know that I probably wouldn't be wise to share, just because there's heaps of bullshit around it. That's probably the biggest thing. There's heaps of bullshit, and New Zealand is such a small country.
It's fucking tiny. It's fucking tiny.
That's why I know. That's why they have 2 degrees, because in every 2 degrees, you know, every...
Well, we know the whole of New Zealand in this room.
So, it's harder in a smaller country. Like, I'd dearly within my power would love to expose those types of people.
Not even expose them, but like, do you think they are aware of...
Shit, yes, they're aware. Yeah, they're most definitely aware. They know what they're doing. Like, they know what they're doing. I can't say much more than that. Yeah, because it's, like you said, it's a complex game.
Yeah.
It needs to be unraveled in so many ways it's not even funny. You'll probably twist around a naked woman and a snake. And yes, so yeah, it is a very, very, very touchy subject, but I love the fact that you answer that you ask that question.
Because for me, man, it's always like sometimes the ones involved, they're also going through necessities. They also getting the game because they're trying to feed their families. You know,
there's also those narcissistic ones that will just keep doing it just for the thrill. Just for the thrill.
Yeah.
You know, there's those motherfuckers that you got to deal with. You know, and those are the hardest ones to deal with because you can't get a word in. You know, it's unless it's got 9 digits or 10 digits, 11, 12, you know, how many digits, then they will hear you. Other than that, it's just, And I've seen this behaviour before, and I've probably seen it from my own father.
You part of the NA that you were telling us before?
So Narcotics Anonymous, I'm a fellow member of them. Napier is my home group.
I would say I believe, but not I'm sure that there are professionals who train because they know exactly how to support people. However, good conversations go a long way, and being a good listener, I would say.
Most definitely.
So how are those meetings?
So it's so professionals need help too.
Everyone does.
It's like a help avenue for them too. You know, it's anonymous. No one's going to know who you are. I sometimes go to meetings and this guy's remembered me from 5 years ago. I don't even remember who he is. And things like that. So it is anonymous. You can go along and say nothing. Don't have to say anything. Don't even say your name. It's a non-judgmental group. So they're not there to judge. They're just there. If you need an ear,
or you need to share,
or if you need to share, they're there. And that's all that NA group is about. I can't go too much into it because
it kills the purpose of being
kills
anonymous.
the purpose of it. Otherwise you might as well come and see me and I'll help you.
Yeah, of course.
But even like I say, even the professionals need help. So like-minded people come together and they will have like-minded results when they walk away. So that's the reason why I keep attending meetings. And it's suggested. It's only suggested. It's not forced upon. It's only suggested.
It makes you realise you're not the only one going through.
Man. Fucking
the only one who's got these problems. So it's like, everyone else does as well.
You have good fucking laughs amongst yourselves, it's not all serious note, even, this fella's got this problem, that fella's got that problem, it's nothing like that. It's just, you can be sitting there, way off somewhere else, you're not even in the room, and then someone will just say something, it'll just drop like a penny on the ground, and you'll just pick up, and then you just, holy shit, I just went through that just about half an hour ago. Now you're talking about my life. Can you slow down? Things like that. It's really, really, it's beneficial for me. I'm talking for myself. That's the kind of weight I get from those rooms. But you can travel around the country walking into these rooms. And there's no... You don't have to pay any money to go into these things, they're all free, it's not cool. It's just a whole lot of great bunch of people getting together and sharing their problems. And I think that's where, most of our healing goes on. Like, most of my healing goes on is in those rooms. Yeah, it's where my healing, that's where, I've been through a lot of shit, but I've been through a lot of healing too. And that's through those rooms. I must be, they're just one part of the healing. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that's helped me heal, and I must take my head off to them because I was heck of a work when I first come out. I wasn't an easy bugger to deal with. I had no clue on even touching the phone, or I had to remember to cross the street again and look out for cars, and smells was a big thing. Getting used to smelling food. Perfumes, seeing women was another big thing for me, and just seeing people, go around the orderly day, I could just stand there for a good 20 minutes wondering what the hell I'm doing,
I still do.
Let's go. Brother, one thing, for example, when something is part of your world, you can talk about naturally, and we forget sometimes that for some people, it's so alien. It's like they have no clue. And then suddenly the word goes out that the neighbor or that person or that one from the community is involved. But as I told you before, I really believe that we're all good humans. Sometimes we deviate, but we're all good humans. So if you come across that situation, if you are someone who doesn't understand because it's not part of your world, and you hear media saying how, evil that substance is, and surely, but like, what would you say that it would be an acceptable reaction, or even something that you could do to try to support? Because like a lot of people would react with like, I'm gonna call the cops. Yeah. That person is a threat for my security. Yeah. Is it really? Like, does it get that ugly that people lose conscious of what they're doing? Or you would say there are other ways to deal with something that is happening close to you? Because it's a massive thing in Aotearoa, right? So let's not sweep under the rug, motherfucker. So what would you say? Again, hard one because it's part of your reality, but putting yourself out of it.
Can you just remind me of the question again?
If you're not used to it, if you don't know what the substance is, if you don't know what it does, but the word goes out that someone close to you is involved or is something or is a user, the first reaction is to fear that. Is to call the cops. I don't know. But like,
what's your opinion?
What's your take on that? Are there other ways when you just don't know how to react to something happening in your neighborhood?
Yeah, so that's a really, really interesting question, my bro, because I go through the similar thing when if police are caught on me. Like, I could be having an episode, like I could be having a bad day. I have bad days. I have bad days all the time. But like, I've been in an incident where I haven't had a bad day and I haven't been yelling or anything like that, and someone else has. That's next door, and then the police get called, and instantly they come for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Armed and lethal. Every time. Every single time. So I actually had to find out why. Why are they continuing to do this after so many years? Why are you fellas sending out 10 cars? You only need one. I can't even run, mate. What are you talking? I can't even. Fuck, you want me to hop in my wheelchair? I'll run faster than that, and then fucking, things like that. Like, come on, guys. There's So I think there should be a team brought in, rather than the police, to handle those types of situations. I did hear a whisper, I think it was on the news somewhere, that they were going to bring some kind of mental health team, part of 111. Instead of ringing 111, you ring the mental health team.
Oh, fuck, it's needed.
Yeah. It's most definitely needed, because there are some suffering addicts out there that, that are trying to get a grasp of moving away from the addiction. But go through side effects like, coming down, those looks like arguments, looks like fighting, that's the coming down type, that we can get in the community. And it does actually happen, and it's just sadly that, that, it happens that way. But we totally do need people, our people, talking our people that can relate to.
You want someone who's been through things so they can actually know what you're talking about. They're not just reading out of a book or a script saying, I'll do this. They actually,
But then I question, how do you feel, I question my mates at the police officers, how do you feel about having the mental health thing? Oh, no, they're already useless, blah, 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 It's like, mate, come on.
You've already made your mind up.
You've already made your mind up, mate.
Well, it's a system that made them like that.
Yeah, that's right. You just throw them in the thing and throw away the key. That was it,
Doesn't fucking work that way.
It doesn't work that way, and it's quite sad. Yes, so that's kind of my take on things.
I like that. Yeah. I think similarly.
Yeah, I think that's my take on it. That they should have some type of team that comes in before the police. You know, some kind of mental health team. I have seen an incident where police were called and a mental health advisor was on site with police officers, but didn't really say much. But yeah, it would be I think like 100% that it would be an awesome idea to have that.
And it works both ways. Not just for the one get called, but also for the police and the way that they're going.
Well, the police turn up at force, people are going to freak the fuck out. If someone turns up who's Māori spoken, who doesn't look like a cop, who can actually is trained out to talk to these people, after them they can diffuse the situation before it even starts.
That's right. So, even just having a friend just to take you away, like that, like
someone
someone you know that. You know, just to talk to you, hey, bro, mate, I'm having a shit of a time. Can you help me out? And that's all, you know, and that's all you need, you know. You just want someone to, hey, look, this is what's happened, you know, we're falling apart. So, you know, just stuff like that. That, like, I remember one time I got locked up, right, and, I don't know, it was a recall. It was a recall from the sentence, and, I was sitting there, looked up, and I heard the and it's my old drug and alcohol counsellor. I said, "Oh, what's she doing here?" She goes, "Oh, working now," with a big ass smile, eh? Because you know she knew my level of mental health education. So I was like, "Oh, you fancy?" You know, she goes, "Oh, what are you doing here, Jamie?" And just that moment there, I could explain to her everything, you know, what had happened. And I just felt a whole lot of relief. I didn't need to be locked up. I didn't need to be put in court, going through court proceedings. All I needed was someone to talk to. And I was fortunate enough to have that ex-AOD counsellor walk through that door. So whoever was commanding officer at that police station at that time bloody had a good idea because it bloody worked. And, you know, you're talking to a guy that had plenty of experience in jail cells, you know, and it just brings a bit of light to the dark tunnel. Because, you know, I feel so sorry for my rangatahi these days, you know, that have to, miss disorderly behaviour, get locked up. Then they got to sit in a cell for a night and wait for court. Right. What's going on in their head, them sitting in their cell?
Oh, it causes more problems.
It's causing more damage than anything. I know this from first-hand experience. Because and then again, I've even talked about my mental health state, but yet nothing was done. You know, that was way back. Actually, this is a comment. So way back before I actually did my crime, I was going through court proceedings. And there was a certain incident that happened where why it happened was because I was depressed. Well, the court doesn't want to hear that you're depressed, you know. Like, we're not going to accept that. What, you're depressed, is that it? You know, like, fuck, come on, God. Like literally, I'm like these... You know, there had been an incident that happened where it involved me self-harming. So, you know, I was telling them then, this is what happened. I need help. But yet no help was given.
They don't, that's fucked the system.
And I was, you got to go to your doctor and see your GP. Well, all they did was prescribe me bloody antipsychotics or whatever, Prozac or whatever it was at that time. So, didn't really do anything. And then, see, look, next crime was, a 10-year sentence. So, you know, I just wish that those guys in that courthouse, Rotorua courthouse room, had listened to what I had said about my mental health state.
In the first place. It's better to be the fence at the top than the ambulance down the bottom.
Yeah, mate. You know, but... No lawyers or judges would accept that, you know, they had never heard of this before, you know, they hadn't had a Māori boy, 18 years old, come out and say, hey, look, I'm depressed, this is why I'm acting this way. back then those boys were saying, "Nah, fuck, send me to jail. I don't give two shits." You know, back then, you know, but I cared. You know, I cared about my life. You know, I needed a. You know, yeah. So it was a shame that you know I didn't get. You know, I fell through the cracks, let's just say. That's what they tell me, that I'm one of those ones that fell through the cracks. Well, it must have been a big damn crack, because, fuck, how can you miss me, mate? I've been in your system since I was born. Yeah. You know, like...
Yeah. It's touchy because for me, it gets to that structural problem that if you don't slip through the cracks... you're not going to fund the systems that we make a lot of money by having you there.
Right.
You know, man, you know, that's why I love the honest conversations here, because if we don't unpack them, we have to unpack them.
Yeah.
You know, why are these young people suffering with this? Well, in a way, it's feeding a lot of other industries.
Yeah, bruv.
You know, like, that's why we have to have these conversations.
Yeah.
Because
I want it to get to all those picking orders too. You know, I want these conversations to go throughout those picking orders.
Yeah.
You know, because each one of those picking orders, we need to be heard about these things, because this is affecting everybody. It's not just affecting just me or you. I'm telling you now that, you know, especially our rangatahi, I couldn't believe we're one of the highest rated suicide rates in the world. It's fucked. Like,
and then there's also this thing of like, let's not talk about it because let's not put in the media. I'm like, that's the opportunity to talk about it, to bring awareness to it.
People need to know it's real. People who are going through things need to know that there is people going through stuff, and there is help there.
There is help,
but it needs to be talked about. It needs to be an open conversation that's not shut down. Or you're just depressed, going to fucking antidepressants that make it worse. Don't make it.
Yeah, because they don't say things like this. I was taught this. If someone says something unkind to you, or unkind opinion, before I would react in a negative way. But I've been taught how to put. I said I was taught to say, "Oh, I'll take your opinion on board, and next time we talk, we'll talk about it." You know, that's the easy way, and that's the easiest way for me to sort of
diffuse.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you getting in touch. I appreciate you coming all the way to having a chat. I appreciate you being honest about the things that you went through and your journey. You know, like for us, as I stated at the beginning, it's all about the honest conversations.
Oh,
you know,
my bro.
We had people before who would say, why would you bring people like that? And I'm like, because those are the real people, man. Those are the ones who go through shit, and they are open to say, hey, I went through shit. I still have my days, but I'm willing to talk about them because I know that maybe you are going through shit.
Going through the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, I was sitting in those rooms, you know, way off in it, and someone just sees something and boom, picked it up.
You just come straight back in the room. Oh, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. You know, that particular conversation, you know, like that open conversation, it's always, always, always a good thing to have. Even like for me, talking about open conversations, I have a lot of. I'm at the New Zealand Welding School at the moment. Shout out to the New Zealand New Zealand Welding School. All my fellow welders out there, most definitely love you all. But we have situations at work where you know, things happen, and you know, we form a little group, and then we talk about it. The amount of result you get just from that is amazing. Like, I've seen one guy's self-esteem go from 0 to big hero just from, you know, bringing him into our conversation. You know, he was, you know, just bring him in.
Yeah.
Just bring it in, mate. And you do. You know, you get, I've had such good healing from conversations. Like, a big mate of mine that I used to work with, he was always a big thing of, what do you call it? When you, sorry, I had a brain fart.
That's right.
I had a brain fart. Where were we going with that?
Well, you were saying that
your
friends benefited from conversations. Your bro benefited from a good corridor, a good open hearted conversation.
It'll come back to me. It was good. It was good, that one.
What I wanted to touch on that is that sometimes it's challenging for men to have those conversations. For men to get together and do that. So just the fact that you're saying that there's a group, and I'm not saying that the group is only about, it's all men. I'm sure there are powerful wahine out there too.
Oh, yes.
But because we are here, 3 dudes having this chat, and acknowledging how important it is to find those bros that you trust. Or maybe the bro is not the one, but there will be a professional keen to listen to you as a man, because we also have our insecurities and our issues, and we have to talk about them, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. We got some mana wahine out there, shout outs to them, and all the hard work they do for our wahine tour. But yeah, just back to our combo about having those conversations that are beneficial, not just in work life, but also in your own personal life. I feel that you have to see the positives to everything. See the positives to all aspects of life, because once you start seeing negatives, then you're gonna start being in the negative.
You start looking for it, and that's what you see.
Yeah. So positive attracts positive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the welders out there will agree with me, because there's AC and DC.
Bro, send your shout outs now. Now is the
but
time.
Shout out to New Zealand Welding School, Eugene, G-Man, you're my man, Jerry, all my classmates. You fellas know who your student rep is. I got yous. And also shout out to my flatmate at home.
Looking after the pets.
Thank you for looking after our pet. Sorry, couldn't join us for tonight, but shout outs to you, my bro, me, and shout out to my kids, shout out to my partner, shout out to my family, and most of all, I'd just like to shout out to ALTBAYS for giving me the opportunity to be here and to kōrero and share my share, and just come along for the kōrero and great company. So cheers to you, brothers. Any shout outs I missed, my bads. I love yous all.
It will be given next time when you come back.
It'll be given. Look at that, I'm back. I'm coming back. You know this, baby.
Azzie, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Leo. Thanks for having me back here.
How was that kai?
Oh, man, it was good.
Oh, it was good, mate.
It was good.
It was delicious.
I know. It got me up here. It's me. Well, it's nice coming out to chat as well, but I made food. Yeah, cool. Yum.
Shout out to Baska, our amazing new spot in Whitianga. Brought us some beautiful tacos and a lot of snacks as well. The tempura is amazing. Yeah, the vegetable one.
And the sauce with the tempura. Nice. It's on point.
So if you are coming to Whitianga, you know what to do. Check out Baska. We had them on our screen. They are on social media as well. And Albert number 6 accommodation.
Albert number 6, shout out.
Tidy room, eh?
Shout out, tidy room. We got this locked.
Our bro Daniel.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. He's coming. He's got a pocket full of money.
There you go. If you are coming to the Coromandel, make sure to check them out. Albert number 6. Beautiful accommodation right at in town, Albert Street, near the beach, near all the commerce and the beautiful businesses that we have in Coromandel and Whitianga. So make sure to check them out. Albert number 6. Shout out Daniel. My bros, thank you very much. I think we're going to have to bring you back, because I feel like we only scraped the surface of this conversation. So I think we're going to have to bring you back.
Yeah. I think we've just scraped the surface. Plus, I might have a few more stories from a journey. I'm on this great journey that I'm going through right now. I'm loving life. Yeah, I'm just taking each day as it comes, putting one foot in front of the other. Nice. Just keeping it simple is probably a key. Yeah, and peace, love, and harmony is always good to have in the life. And yeah, just being here, my bro, is just a privilege.
Being alive.
Being alive, yeah, just being alive is yeah, just the positive vibes. I love, man. Is the love. Just saying love is just, you know, it's got so many meanings, like love. You can, it's so many meanings. It's aroha.
Aroha.
Yeah, aroha.
We'll bring you back to chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Yeah,
struggle is real.
Struggle is real. Yeah. Shout out to all the beautiful people watching ALTBAYS. The platform is growing. 60,000 followers now that we have across our social media.
Nice. Nice. Way to do it.
It's happening, eh? Taylor and I will be part of the New Zealand Podcast Summit, which is one of the biggest gatherings, if not the biggest one, about podcast producers at Auckland University Technology in May. We're going to give you guys more information, but things are happening, motherfucker. Watch this space.
Yeah.
Ka kite. Peace.